Join the Music Universe podcast for this special social media extra from CRS 2021. Hi guys, welcome back to the coverage of CRS 2021 from the Music Universe podcast. I'm Buddy. Matt is out again, but I have Dani-Elle with me, and she's going to talk to us about her brand new single and what's ahead for 2021. So Dani-Elle, welcome, and appreciate you joining me today.
Well, hello there, and thanks so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Not a problem. Glad to have you here. Is this your first CRS?
This is it. Well, you know what? A couple of years ago, I performed during CRS, but this is my first time like actually attending and doing all the interviews and getting to do all of this. So this is technically my first year, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, it is ours as well. I've been to a few after parties when I lived there, but nothing like covering it like this.
Yeah.
So, No Foolin' Me was just released to country radio recently, actually. Tell us about it, and how is there a video coming?
Yeah, so No Foolin' Me is a really cool song. As soon as I wrote this one, I knew it had to go on the EP. And then as soon as we started playing it out live, it instantly became a fan favorite, honestly. So I knew that I wanted it to be one of the singles, and definitely one that we fully released as a single full on to country radio. And it's just been so cool to see how people really connect to this song. I mean, there's no cooler thing for an artist or a songwriter in general to experience than to get those messages when people are saying how they listen to a song on repeat or how it's helped them through something. And this is one of those songs that when you listen to the lyrics, we have all known someone like this. We have all had someone who, you know, has kind of had that disguise on, and we finally see it fall off or finally realize that, whether it be for ourselves or just through other people. And this is kind of one of those songs and anthems to help others. Like, hey, this person's not fooling me anymore. Take time to see the truth and realize it all. And like I said, it's been really cool to just see how well it's doing.
Yes, and you mentioned you played it live. What do you mean live? So funny there, obviously.
Far before quarantine and lockdown and all of that stuff. Our last show that we played was actually last March. And of course, this song, the EP, was released prior to any of this. So these songs were all out, and we were playing them for a while before, again, this got released to radio. So that's where the live comes from. But so we did have, I was fortunate enough that, you know, timing and everything lined up that this new music was out prior to us having to stop playing live. Because like I said, it's coming up on almost a year since we've, you know, been actually out on a stage and not just doing Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives and things like that. So I'm so looking forward to getting back out on stage.
Yeah, isn't it strange to have to do that? Like, it's been a year. Our last show that I covered was technically Blake Shelton, and then went to Nashville last November, covered the Oak Ridge Boys residency there in Nashville. But it's still one of those things, like to say the last big major arena show I went to was a year ago. That's insane to think about, and it has to be even more for you because that's what you do.
It is. It's crazy because, and I think that this has all been a learning experience for every single one of us, no matter what industry I think you're in. You know, we've all had to, my famous word this past year has been pivot, because that's literally what we've all had to do, is just try to figure ways to stay relevant, to stay connected with our fans, with our followers, to let them know that we're still there for them too, even though they can't physically come out and see us, and we can't physically be there for them. You know, we are still here. That was something that was very important to me, to just let them know that, you know, I'm still here and I'm still there for them. And I've created a fan club group through all of this throughout the past year. So that was a way that they can connect with each other and that I can connect with them more one-on-one. Obviously just upped social media even more than it was before to keep that contact. And because I think that's so important. If it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't get to do what we do. And so I think it was important now more than ever to show them our support, just like they always show up and show us our support. And they truly have been so incredible through all of this for me, and I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, there's nothing quite like the fans. And for those who might be new to your music, what when you said Facebook Lives, are you doing solo acoustic performances, or do you have the band together via Zoom or even in person?
You know, we we attempted to do like the Zooms in all different locations, and that was just crazy. You know, with internet and everything, and the latency and all of that, that was super tough. So everything that I have been doing has just been, you know, myself acoustic for now. We have done like cool messages and stuff that we've edited together. But we all haven't really been together, you know. My one guitar player, we did something last summer that was like a socially distant outdoor, it was for a virtual concert actually. But then, you know, things kind of started to get worse again, and we just have been doing everything we can to not only keep, you know, us safe, but to keep the entire team safe and to keep our fans safe too, because that's of course what's most important to us.
Yeah, and we've chatted with quite a few people before CRS too, and asked about how comfortable would you feel if you started touring this summer and you brought back meet and greets? Is that something that is going to have to be, you think, put off for a while, or is that something that you think people be more respectful and responsible with?
If you want to know the truth, I asked that same question that you just asked. You know, I was talking because meet and greets are some of my favorite things ever. Like we were on the Positive Youth Tour right before all of this shut down, and what that is we tour schools, like elementary schools, middle schools, high schools. I talk about anti-bullying, following your dreams, just being true to yourself, and then my band and I put on like this whole mini concert for them. And one of my favorite parts is meet and greets, not only on that tour, but for every show. And I was actually just talking to my dad about that recently. I'm like, what happens with meet and greets? Like when it is like, you know, whenever it's safe and we get the green light that shows can happen and to whatever capacity or however that's going to look, what happens to stuff like that? So I can't, I don't even know if I can answer that question right now because I asked the same one myself, you know, but I'm sure there's going to be some sort of way to figure it all out. Like I said, I think we're all just learning as we go. And again, that word pivoting and trying to figure everything out. But I look forward to the day when, again, you know, we get to have some sort of normalcy back and it's safe for everybody to be together again.
Yeah, that'll be a great day, and I think we're going to be oversaturated with options for live shows whenever that is able to resume touring. You did mention the anti-bullying, and I wanted to kind of close with that. Tell us about that project or those ideas that you're sharing, and what, if you can, what drew you to share those?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's called the Positive Youth Tour that we do. And I actually created this with the whole thought and idea in mind. I dealt with bullying growing up. You know, we still, I think, no matter what age you are, everybody deals with bullying to some extent. You know, that be through social media or in sorts. So I wanted to use what I went through and use my own ways that I got through things, and to just kind of show that if you stay true to who you are, and if you surround yourself with the right people and you stay focused on your dreams and what you love to do, like you could get through anything. And I just wanted to have a platform. I wanted to use my music to share that message. So, you know, we did the Positive Youth Tour, and like I said, you know, we go out on stage. I share my stories, how I've dealt with things before, a little bit of a message, and then my band comes out and concert for them. It's truly one of the most amazing things I've gotten to do thus far, and the messages that I get afterwards of what an inspiration, you know, just the whole show in general was to them. Some of them, it's their first concert that they get to go to. So it's a really cool experience and a really cool thing. And I'm so thankful, you know, for that opportunity to use my platform and my music to hopefully make a difference just one song at a time and one message at a time through all of it.
No, absolutely. I think we need more anti-bullying campaigns out there because we can all relate in many different ways usually.
Yeah. Absolutely, you're so right.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to add before we jumped off?
No, I just think thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me and for all of your support. And of course, just a big thank you to all the fans out there, and everybody in country music for all of their hard work, I think, throughout this entire year, and outlets like Music Universe for helping us to connect with our fans and to, you know, let them know that we're here and we're looking forward to when we are able to get back out there again.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to be of support, and we hope to see you on the road soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.